Players, trigger warning. This is definitely some disturbing content. I saw this last night before I went to bed, and it absolutely disturbed me and made me absolutely pissed to the highest level of pistivity. So, a Louisiana mother, Latonya Harris, has been arrested along with her fiance, Terrence Washington. Apparently, Terrence was driving recklessly in Baytown, Texas, pulled over, and in the car was Latonya's 15-year-old daughter. She was suffering from gunshot wounds, as well as she was burned throughout her body. She told detectives that her mother burned her after it was discovered that her mother's fiance had been taking advantage of her in the worst way. Let's talk about this. So, a press conference was held earlier last week where the Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office in Louisiana, as well as Baytown detectives, outlined this horrific crime that they have been investigating since late April. So, the Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office reported that they received information about a 15-year-old victim found badly burned and shot multiple times following a traffic crash in Baytown, Texas on April 20th at around 11 p.m. The initial report came from the local Department of Children and Family Services, which alerted SVU detectives, leading to the collaboration with the Baytown Police Department. So, according to investigators, on April 20th, they received complaints about a vehicle driving recklessly on I-10 East, which then crashed on the service road. Officers say they found Washington in the driver's seat holding a firearm. He was taken into custody. Also in the vehicle was Latonya Harris, the mother, and two minors, a 15-year-old and a 10-year-old. Now, the 15-year-old was immediately hospitalized due to her injuries, along with Latonya Harris, who was also injured in the crash. A medical examination revealed extensive and gruesome burns to the 15-year-old's upper body, as well as bang wounds to her chest and face, described by investigators as among the worst they'd ever seen. Now, investigators interviewed Terrence Washington as well as Latonya Harris and the victim. Terrence Washington confessed to shooting the victim during a disturbance at their home in Thibodaux, Louisiana. He also admitted to essaying the young girl over several months. He also stated that the mother, Latonya Harris, burned the victim in February of 2024 and was treating her at the home. After she was shot, they left for Texas. The 10-year-old that was in the vehicle was also interviewed, and they told authorities that during Mardi Gras season, they woke up and saw the 15-year-old on fire. Latonya Harris was standing over the bed with a bottle of rubbing alcohol and a lighter. Investigators also learned that the victim was shot 2 separate times within their home and was left untreated while they drove to Texas. Investigators also searched the home in Louisiana, and they said that they found evidence confirming that a weapon had been fired inside the home, along with other evidence and the smell of infection and decomposition. According to Terrence Washington, Latonya Harris burned her 15-year-old child, after learning about the essay and blaming the victim. Now, Latonya Harris was released from a Texas hospital on May 9th and was arrested upon her return to Terrebonne Parish and was charged with attempted first-degree murder, second-degree cruelty to a juvenile, and domestic abuse battery of a child endangerment. She was taken to the criminal justice complex and has a $1 million bond. Terrence Washington is facing numerous charges, including 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder, second-degree cruelty to a juvenile, obstruction of justice, taking advantage of a juvenile in the worst way, 3 counts of indecent behavior with a juvenile, and 5 counts of second-degree rape. Washington will be taken to Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office, but remains in Harris County on charges connected to Texas. So basically, authorities are saying that in February 2024, Latonya Harris burned her child using rubbing alcohol, did not take her to a hospital to seek treatment Nothing. And this was because she had learned that her child had been taken advantage of in the worst way by her fiance. She was that angry, she took it out on the child instead of the predator living in her household. And uh, apparently, uh, Terrence shot the girl twice, once in the face and once in the chest. They didn't take her to the hospital. They drove to Texas. Wow. Absolutely despicable. I don't know what's happening in this world, but I can tell you something. It is absolutely horrific. Y'all put your thoughts in the comments. These two should definitely be prosecuted to the furthest extent of the law. Never let out of prison ever again. My thoughts and love go out to this little girl who has to make a huge recovery, not only physically but mentally. It's no telling what was going on in that household beyond the burns and the shooting. They were probably torturing her and everything. Players, put your thoughts in the comments. It's Double D Mo for the Black Here Now.